Good morning. This is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com, and this is my pre-market game plan for the major futures indices, gold and oil, for today, Wednesday, November 23rd, 2016, and it is 9:07 a.m. Eastern Time. Today we're going to start with NQ, and as usual, I have the hourly chart, and the price is coming in today as we are speaking right now into the 48.59 support area that has been tested yesterday. We also had this test at 48.60 yesterday, and that was at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and it comes through this cluster right here that we had all the way in our Monday session. So we're still sitting on a lot of support. Remember that we are still in a very, very strong uptrend. The only issue that I have right now with NQ is that it is extended. And on the second hand, if we look on the daily chart, is just trying to trigger a daily sell, which can actually project the price lower into the 48.40 area, and that was going to be the next support area, and even a retest of the 4800. And just remember that even though I am bullish on all these mini indices, they are still very much extended onto the daily charts. They're extended from prior support resistance areas. They're extended from prior extensions, and also from their moving averages on the daily chart. So a pullback is possible right here. However, I don't have an intent on playing this pullback. Moving forward for today's session, so we do have a red daily bar, which suggests that we may continue lower, and taking into consideration that we're right on the verge of triggering that daily sell, we're looking slightly bearish, because we did have a sell in the European session. Although we are on support right here, I think I'm going to stay away today altogether from the market. But if there should be a buy opportunity stepping in at the New York session when it starts in about 20 minutes, I see that a buy is possible over 48.63, 48.64. This would be the buy area. And the stop area would be below this low right here if we trade within the same hourly parameters. And that's why I like to make my recordings a little closer to the open, so we get a better understanding of where price is situated, very, very close to the open. So keep in mind that if we're not going to get a break above this 48.63 area, we might slowly bleed slightly lower into the 48.50 area, 48.40 area, and this would be another strong support area for price moving higher. In terms of targets, if we get a push above 48.63, we can continue higher with a projected target into 48.73. That would be a first target, and the second target would be 48.80. So far, I don't think that very close to a holiday we're going to try to make a new high. But I definitely think that we may hover around this area. So scalps are in order for today. For a move lower, I'm not interested in shorting it. However, for those of you that are very aggressive, can potentially look at a smaller time frame chart, such as a 2-minute, 3-minute, or even a 5-minute chart, and look for a short opportunity. And the short could be, but again, these are going to be very tricky, and the short can only step in if it breaks the 50 area. So this is where I would look for a possible short right here, although it's a strong, it's a strong buy for the uptrend. But other than that, this would be my test here. But all in all, what I'm suggesting is stay away from the short area, because we are in a very, very bullish environment, even though we're trading that daily sell in NQ. Let's move to YM, and YM is retracing, and oh my gosh, new high 19,020 overnight Asian session at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. New high for the Dow. Let's go. Usually retracement, we are right now in a lot of area of support at 48,980. This area, the price can bounce off this area and can project that higher, but it's really going to be very tough, especially today on a relative low volume. Keep in mind that tomorrow the markets are closed in observance of Thanksgiving. So that's going to make it a little bit harder to trade right here. So if you have plans, stay away from the market, or focus your trading only in the first hour, hour and a half of the morning. Again, we're testing the support area right here of 18,984. 18,980 is the area of support right here. And keep in mind that these areas can constitute alternate buy areas. So I wouldn't necessarily short this. Daily chart is looking very strong for a continuation higher. We're just getting a pullback. So the way I see it right now, YM is the strongest of the E-minis, New record high, new all-time high for YM is just chugging along. In terms of targets, if there should be a buy setting up again from the 18,980 zone, 19,000 and obviously 19,020. So for those of you guys that are my students, you know what this area is, the 19,020 area, right? It's right there, right on the dot. And we're going from 980 to 920. It's just a beautiful thing. Let's move on to ES. And yes, stepped in a little late, but guess what? New high for the year, 2203.5, coming back in, double top situation. And we might get a follow through to the downside right here at 2192 area. We talked about this area yesterday and a possible retracement into this area. Guess what, guys? It happened. All right, and I don't have a crystal ball. I just look at the technicals. So a bounce back up, and price can move back into the 94 area, test the 94 area, or on weakness, it can retest the 2192 area from which you can find support. So this is going to be our new range for today. Not very excited about ES right here. I think that the more price is going to come in a little bit, test more the 2195 right on the nose. This is the area that I would like it to 2195. 2195 can possibly be a turnaround for ES at this point, with targets into 2198. 2200, and obviously this congestion at 2202, 2203. Let's take a look at dollar index. The dollar is out of control, spiking higher, 101.80, 84 for a new high for the year, breaking that monthly congestion at over $100 is just powering higher, and it's just taking gold down. So safe haven, guys. The dollar right now, pullbacks buyable for this. So any pullback that we get into the 100.50 area, buy. Okay, this is a buy right here. Projected targets 102, 102.20, 102.75. These are the projected targets for DX. Let's take a look at CL. All right, so let's take a look at CL, and this is oil right here. Oil is testing the 50-period moving average onto the daily chart, which is into the 47.60 area right here. It's trying to hold support 47.50, 47.60 area. This is the area, the line in the sand, the do or die zone. And based on the hourly chart, if we get a break above 47.65, this is going to go higher all the way to 48. So the parameters for this trade are pretty tight as of right now. We've only been open, so the pit has been open for about 15, 17 minutes or so. 16 minutes, and what we see right here, that if we get a break right now over 65, the stop is under 40, we can get a bounce into 48, and then the next target is going to be 48.20, possible follow through into the 50 and 49. So far is having a little bit of trouble right here, and that is based on minor time frame charts that are trying to hold some kind of resistance into this point. But once it breaks this area, it has odds of continuing higher. Last but not least, let's take a look at gold. That is continuing to fall. And remember, yesterday we talked about gold, and we talked actually about the monthly chart in gold, and I was showing you guys the 1204 area as being a problematic area, the 1220 area. We talked about the 1220 area. We talked about the 1215 area, and a breach of this area can potentially unleash a downfall for gold all the way to 1100 area. So let's go to the hourly chart to see some immediate price action, and we're getting price got rejected at this 1215 area. Once again, we spoke about this, and 210 area was the critical area. Again, we escaped through that area. We're breaking lower, and the lower targets that we have for it is 1180, 1150. So these are definitely going to move lower. So this was all for today. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys next Monday. I hope you all have a very good long Thanksgiving's weekend, and I'll see you here back in action on Monday. Thanks so much for listening, and don't forget to visit our website for more information on our upcoming signal service. That is starting January 9th, 2017. Visit our website. You see the tab right there with future signals. Click on it, find out more information, and don't forget that we have the last class of the year that is scheduled at this price. And the class starts, it's a 7-day power income day trading class. It starts on January 10th through the 16th. We have 2 comprehensive days of education from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Trading Lab from the 12th to the 16th. That is Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You want to learn how to look at charts. You want to learn how to be profitable and how to read price action correctly and how to analyze everything. This is the class for you. You can find more details on the website, tradeoutloud.com/futures. Or if you have any other questions, if you want to hear the class curriculum, email me at info@tradeoutloud.com. More than happy to talk to you also on the phone. The phone number is right there on the website. Talk to you soon, guys. Have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving.